Hi. Yeah, sorry. I was just looking at something on my phone. Yeah, I'm Rabbi Adam Stein. This is 5 Minutes of Torah with the BI Rabbi, Beth Israel Synagogue, and it's beautiful building, beautiful day. But well, here I'll tell you what's going on here. It turns out we're growing horns. We're growing horns in our skull. It's a little crazy. I'm just going to walk over here now. Well, it's not horns like anti-Semitic people and ignorant people throughout the ages have thought that Jews have horns growing out of our heads. That's because of a mistranslation of something in the Torah where Moses comes down from Sinai. He has rays of light coming out of his head, and it gets translated accidentally, not as rays of light, but as horns. And there's a lot of paintings of Moses with horns. That's a different thing. The horns that are happening now are happening to young people, but even people like me who are 40, and we spend all of our time with these big devices or these little devices walking along the street. Some of you have even told me, you saw me. You said, Rabbi Stein, get that thing away from your face when you're crossing the street in 41st. We're going like this all the time. Our head is tilted forward like this, and according to the article in the Washington Post, I know now I'm looking down at this thing, but I wrote it down here. What's happening is we have these bone spurs. Let's just come over here a little bit. Here's my spine, here's my head, here's this little bone spur growing out, there's an enlargement of it, big bone spur. And because our heads are tilted like this, the weight is shifted from the spine to the head, and these bone spurs grow to connect these tendons and ligaments. So now we have our technology, which is causing a change. For the first time ever, these researchers in Australia, technology causing changes in our own physiology. Pretty crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me put that down. And what it makes me think of, actually, is our Torah portion this week, which is Behalotecha. Okay? So Behalotecha, it means and when you lift up or when you raise up. Okay, when you raise up a menorah, a lampstand. Here's one right here. I'll tell you about this in a moment. Okay, that's in the beginning when you're raising up a lampstand in the tabernacle, later on in the temple. But a lot of it is about the Levites, the Levitical priests who are serving in the tabernacle, in the temple. What are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to wear? How are they supposed to present themselves, their faces, their heads? Even instructions for shaving their whole bodies in preparation for being the Levites. So it's really about how they present themselves, what their body language is. So I think it can teach us something about our own body language, how we present ourselves to other people in the world. And I left my phone over there, but are we going like this all the time? I'll be honest, I know I do it too much. Are we looking down at our phones when we should be interacting with other people, when we should be watching our children, when we should be watching other people's children, when we should be watching out for cars coming down the road, when we should be maybe just doing nothing, maybe just sitting on the bus or on a park bench, looking around at nature and enjoying ourselves. Maybe that is a lesson from the bone spurs growing right here, from the researchers, to our Parashat telling the Levites how to present themselves beyond just words, not just the words in our phones, in our tablets, but what's beyond the words. Now, I brought you over here specifically because we opened up the Wilfred. I'm pointing to the sign, but I don't want to have the camera look at the sign because the light's going to come in from the window and blind your screen. But it's the Treasures of the Wilfred and Phyllis Salmon Museum. That's what our beautiful poster says here, and we've put out a couple dozen, 2 or 3 dozen out of the 120 items that are in the collection that Rabbi Solomon and his wife Phyllis started collecting in 1970. We put out this beautiful exhibit to coincide with the gala that we had on Monday night. It was a wonderful gala. Thank you, so many of you who came and contributed so we could help to fund a lot of the wonderful activities our synagogue does, and so that we could honor Rabbi Solomon and Phyllis, and we got them on the screen in the ballroom during the event, and it was wonderful for so many congregants to see them and for them to see us, and it was really to reflect on this wonderful honor that Rabbi Solomon had been given from the Rabbinical Assembly, the organization of conservative rabbis worldwide, that they bestowed upon Rabbi Solomon and a few others who are great rabbis of the 20th century in Canada. So looking forward to seeing many of you tonight at Shabbat with a Difference. The dinner is sold out, but everyone is welcome, of course, to come to our really great musical service and snack and yak beforehand at 5:30. The service is always at 6. And I hope to see you in the community and in the shul throughout the summer. Shabbat Shalom.